Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. All right, so a lot to dive into today, and it's going to be sort of a accountability video for me because there's some changes that I need to make in my overall trading to prevent chop. A lot of over trading today, and a lot of trades that probably could have been prevented through a lot of nuances in the chart that I need to be placing a larger emphasis on top-down analysis because it would prevent a lot of these trades from today that I want to dive into. So let's go ahead and dive right into it, though. Talk about the stuff from this morning. The big thing here this morning was, and I had some pretty good trades today. SRFM was good out of the gate this morning. Had some pretty good trades on the initial move. You can see here, played this thing super well. And this was actually on the watch list last night. We had to break the pre-market high. It was able to take some really nice entries here off these 1-minute pullbacks within that 5 and 12 EMA. We got to move here from 489 all the way to 550 here this morning. So captured a beautiful move. Try to take the pullback for that move back higher. Didn't follow through. That's fine. I was still up nicely on this. But this is what I'm talking about, where it starts to kick in. Now, again, I traded this beautifully back here. Again, 1-minute pullbacks off confirmation over the 12 EMA, view up type below price, over pre-market. I mean, beautiful setup. But where it starts to hit the fan is all through here. And all of this really, honestly, should have been preventable. But having this 1-minute time frame focus and not putting enough emphasis on the 3-minute time frame is causing stuff like this to happen. Now, the big thing is if the chart is overextended on a 3-minute time frame, I should not be taking pullback entries on the 1-minute time frame because clearly they're overextended. The chance of follow through is not in my favor. So yeah, I mean, all these here are really just not great looks on the 3-minute. This is not good. All of these really was not a massive fan of when you switch to a 3-minute, and this thing was really choppy all morning after this first part of this move, so that's fine. Overall, it was just kind of choppy today. But you can see here, you look at the 3-minute, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, this here looked fantastic. These trades here were great. I played this perfectly. But then you look over here at the moves that I'm talking about here, where it's just chop. None of these actually look great. The great entries are these entries off these pullbacks around this VWAP area, sure. But the 1-minute sort of gives you these false signals to take that entry a little bit higher. You try to take the breakout here, which you can see I took the little 1-minute breakout here, got caught in a fake out. Again, breaks out again, try to take the breakout again, get the move higher. Cool, good profit. But then again, take a pullback entry and take a loss on it. And so it's just like back and forth, turns into over trading, frankly. So again, need to switch to a bigger time frame focus. The big thing is last week, the market was very forgiving. We had a lot of stuff moving like INDO last week, which we had the whole war theme going on with the Oilers, INDO, Houston, everything else. And so that allowed these micro pullbacks to really get bought up pretty aggressively, which means the market was more forgiving. And so I can take these pullbacks and expect that curl higher. That's fine. SRFM overall did pretty well on. Now, NKTR, though, is where this really becomes extremely obvious. And I had some good trades to end the morning, had some nice little wins, but where this had issue is right around here. Now, first off, I'm playing SRFM. I missed the first breakout here. So I chase momentum. I catch a little bit of profits up here, get out with my profits, and then I try to take a pullback entry off the highs. And again, this is where the larger time frame comes into play. On a larger time frame, this thing was extremely overextended. And I'm taking pullbacks, right? Even up here, this is very overextended, right? I'm taking this entry up into the highs. That's fine. Made a little bit of money on that, but again, wasn't a big picture setup. Cool, fine. That's not the big picture here. The big picture here are all of these entries off these pullbacks where I'm trying to take, after pullback, trying to get price to curl back higher, and it just turns into chop and just paper cuts that really build up into some pretty red trades. So that's what happened here. I made some money here, and guess what? I gave it all back here. It turned red on the ticker. I came back and played it here a little bit later in the morning, but overall, just not extremely happy. I could just feel myself getting frustrated through the later part of the morning. And I get frustrated because I strive for perfection on a daily basis. And I know trading is not always going to be these massive green days back. But whenever you do have times like today where you see some clear holes in your strategy, some clear areas for improvement, it's frustrating for me because I always feel this regret in me because I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done this. But, all we can do is move on. We can be aware of our problems and just improve, just hold ourselves accountable. And so you can see here with these pullbacks today on NKTR, I'm trying to take these pullbacks in here, and this is all overextended all through this range. I'm trying to just chase this thing to the downside, looking for that curl back up before it actually forms that base. This thing didn't actually form a bottom until it got off of VWAP here, in which it wasn't overextended anymore because it moves back to this previous high. But it's just stuff like this that really could and should be avoided. Again, these larger time frame focuses really prevent that, and that's got to be the move going forward. Today should have been a great big green day. While there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity after initial moves, like this move on NKTX, or NKTR, excuse me, and SRFM, the initial move, which we banked on well on SRFM, but I gave back profits on the chop. Same with NKTR here. I gave back profits on the chop. And so it just turned into this tourney action. AVAV took a decent little play from 244 about 247. Again, a little bit higher price out of my ballpark a little bit, but still played it. GCTK, a little bit of profit there. Not super stoked with execution on this. Actually left a whole lot of money on the table here. I think that's one of the big things that sort of threw me off my horse today was I left so much on the table here with this. I was in this morning down here at about 11 bucks, and I take profit because it starts to hesitate. It pulls back the entry. I say, okay, let me just take my profit here. And then this thing rockets over my targets of 14 and 15. So that already had me at sort of a bad mindset going into the open because I was already frustrated that I missed this whole move here. I had some decent size in this. This would have put me at a pretty nice 3 or even 4R green day even before market open even got there. And this was on GCTK 9:10 this morning. So I think this is what sort of threw me for a loop this morning is I had a good play there. I got a good scalp today up on ICU on the breakout here. You can see I played the little 1-minute pullback from 57 up into the 62s. That was pretty nice. But this is fine. This is all good because we had tight risk. We weren't overextended. We're playing it off of VWAP. But again, the big thing here that I want you to take note of this morning, and this just goes to show, even after 8 years of trading, there's still room for improvement on my end, and very clear today for sure. And it's just this right here. Whenever we're looking for these pullbacks, stick to the larger time frame focus, 3-minute time frame focus, to avoid taking these overextended pullbacks, which I find myself doing this quite a bit. It's one of those things that it's my main issue. It's the main thing that I need to be working on is trying to reduce the number or just completely reduce the number of these pullbacks that I try to make happen, these pullbacks that I try to make work. And the only way to do that is a larger time frame for that top-down confluence, where if I look at, for example, if I'm looking at a stock and I see it hit the scanner, I'm going to first pull it up on the 3-minute time frame first and foremost. If it doesn't look good there, if the daily's not perfect, we're not even going to look at it. It looks good on the daily, but let's go to the 1 and look for a setup. But if it doesn't look good on the 3, if it's overextended, or we see it topping off the highs, even here, look at this. We see this massive topping tail off the high here on NKTR. This alone is a sign to stay away from this, right? Clear sign to stay away from this. And so it's just one of those things, right? Where you've got to listen to price action. You've got to listen to the larger time frame, have that top-down confluence. That's my whole strategy. I mean, even here on SRFM, I try to take the pullback here after the topping tail off the high. Just one of those things where my whole strategy is derived from a 3-minute time frame, and I'm just simply neglecting the 3-minute time frame. So I say all of this, and we're going to come in tomorrow and hopefully, after making some adjustments, have a beautiful Thursday, a beautiful Friday. That's the goal, and I think we're going to do it. Typically, we're fairly good and quick at adapting. But again, if I'm going to have a 3-minute strategy, why am I not focusing on the 3-minute time frame? Why am I focusing so much on the 1-minute time frame for the overall setup? Again, focus on the 3-minute for the actual setup. Manage your risk on the 1-minute. Find this on the 3, manage your risk on the 1. Find the setup on the 3, manage your risk on the 1. That needs to be the focus going into the rest of the week. Overall, not a horrible day today. You know, I say all this like it's the end of the world, but it's just because I hate not executing perfectly. I hate not executing the way that I want to execute. That's where the frustration lies, because I'm trying to be at my absolute A game every single day. There are just some times in the market where you fall off the horse. You got to figure out, what am I doing wrong? Where can I improve? While sometimes we can say the market's a little bit choppy, but the big thing is just staying picky when the market is choppy, not exposing yourself to stuff like this and just allowing yourself to get chopped. I love these because I can be fully transparent on here, and hopefully I'll learn from my stupidity, my mistakes. But it's always a learning game. It's constant improvement you've got to make, constant adapting you've got to do, and that's just the fun of trading, the fun of the market. That being said, make sure to subscribe for daily videos like this so you can see me make a fool of myself as I try to adapt to my negligence. Make sure as well to claim your 7-day free trial. That way you have access to watch me trade every day, get alerts, watch list, chat room access, education, so much more. And that being said, comment down below what you traded today, how you did today. Was it a little bit choppy for you today too? Because it was for me. And I'll see you over there in that 7-day free trial for hopefully a better Thursday and better Friday ahead.